I am a female escort AMA. I am a female escort, ask me anything. Do you ever have female clients? If so, what are they like? Yes, actually much more than I would have ever expected. 4 to 5 times a week a female will get in touch on average. It is very common for women and men to want threesomes. The age range goes all over the place from 18 to 40s. Sometimes it is a young couple wanting to experiment, a girl wanting to see her man with another woman, or a guy wanting to watch both, etc. So many versions of this plays out. But yes, much more common than I expected. Ever just been an escort, without having sex with a client? Yeah, happens quite often. You can't take money off someone and not deliver, that would be stealing. Lol. So it's just usually they want to talk, lonely, etc. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your parallel parking skills? 6. Why did you decide to become an escort, and if you could go back, would you make the same decision? I got into porn work several years ago. I actually make a decent amount of money. I own some property I rent out, and I've even got my own gym. Well, I sold the gym. But I'm involved in a few businesses. Truthfully, I actually quite enjoy escorting. Of course, the money is good too. The end goal is to retire relatively young and enjoy myself. How do you morally justify being a landlord? She's already noted that she loves fucking people. Do you worry about STDs? Good question. I always use protection and get checked every month. How much is your hourly rate? Have you ever been contracted for days? Yes, I have, and depending on boom periods, 121.40 GBP. This changes on if they want extras or not. Standard service would be basic sex, kissing, etc. Some people might require something that obviously takes a lot of work, some charge extra for anal, etc. What is non-basic sex? Just for reference, so I know how basic I am. Anal. Paying for videos, some charge for deep French kissing. Maybe some special requests. Most charge extra for shower cuss, have to redo makeup after, etc. Some guys want a girl to use a strap-on on him, others even piss lol. Haha, I want to peeing. I feel like that's a pretty easy request, like, if anyone wants me to pee on them for money, I'd be down. People are funny with the lines they draw. I mean that as no disrespect, just observation. We're quite the diverse lot. Can I ask what part of the country you're based in? Just outside Leeds. UK. If Leeds doesn't mean anything to you internet folk. The GBP in the answer to the start of this thread was a giveaway. Smooth. What is your favorite and least favorite parts of your profession? Have you ever developed feelings for a client? Thank you for doing an AMA. No to feelings, I've only done the escorting for around 3 months currently. Fav part is I can sit on someone's face and get paid for it. Least fav smelly clients or clients that taste like smoke, as I'm a non-smoker. In other words, she's got a lot of fucking money. How often are your requests non-sexual? 1 out of every 20 probably. Talking, listening. No, I actually genuinely care and give the same advice I would give to a friend. Have you ever had a friend or relative show up as a client unexpectedly? I've had a friend's dad turn up. On average, how many different clients will you see a week? What percentage of those are repeat customers? I get a lot of repeat customers. Probably 60% become repeats. And it can change. From 7 to 9 a day. 7 to 9 a day? Dolly Parton 9 to 5 intensifies. How does one safely find an actual escort? Adultwork and Viva Street in UK. Autotrader. Is it mostly acting for you during the job and even during sex? Depends. I've had some mind-blowing sex, and some clients I really enjoy. Probably 50-50. I've had some clients I've not found particularly attractive perform amazing oral sex on me. This is quite common. A lot of guys pay just to get the girl off. Where I've had a mind-blowing orgasm. There isn't many I genuinely dislike. Very rare. Back in my days, my biggest issue with some men was that they didn't smell great, and I have an intense sense of smell. How I used to deal with that is offer to shower together. Some didn't want to. So how do you deal with that, when they smell very bad, but won't have a wash? My days in that industry are long past, but I've always wondered. Edited to add. For anything oral, I would just wash things in a sensual way, and not mind the clock, but care about the experience. I should say I got paid per date, not per hour. I don't know if that helps determine an answer. I always offer shower facilities first. If they refuse, they go end of on that. Idiotic, isn't it? But 99% who come are clean. I probably jinxed myself and the next guy will stink lol. Now but hey, I always use the wet wipe method before oral as well. Ah, good. I have been looking for an escort to question. Why do you guys always run faster than my walk speed, and slower than my sprint speed? It makes escort missions really annoying. I hope you will correct this behavior in the future. What are client behaviors that you consider disrespectful, and they typically don't? And vice versa, what is totally fine while they feel it's not? Anything with violence is a no-no, refusing to go or haggling pay, etc. I don't mind a full discussion with someone on what their fantasy is or might be and how we are going to play it out. Nothing offends me, I've heard it all. If it's something I want to, I just politely decline. Obviously, if someone comes who is not clean, I find it very disrespectful. I take showers, so I expect the same. I have security. This has happened before. In many conversations about sex work, there seems to be a dividing line about whether people feel that it is inherently demeaning to women. I am not a woman nor a sex worker, but I wonder whether, in the absence of coercion or other reasons that might make a woman feel she has no other options, do you feel this way? Or is it just a job? My own opinion is that if a woman decides of her own free will to do this, it's not my place to tell her it's demeaning, but I wonder what you think. I believe if it is of your own free will, there is nothing of it. For example, I know a girl who does stripping, porn, and also escorting. She owns a very, very nice house. She has put both her kids through college, she has a few $100K in the bank and a few businesses of her own. Her sister went to college to be a nurse and is working in a fast food restaurant with debt. Who is the most successful? If a woman enjoys doing it and can make a living for it, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. It is also a service that helps out men. A lot of my clients are married men or men who have relationships where women are saying, if you leave me even though the marriage is broken, you won't be able to see your kids, etc. This is a way for those people to get urges out without putting them at risk. Same for those who may feel insecure, nervous about sex. Do you enjoy the film Groundhog Day? It's okay. How much extra would it cost for you to act like you enjoy the movie Groundhog Day? How does dating go for you? Have a partner? Yes, I do. 13 years. He knows all I do. Is it weird if a client fucks you better than he does? No, some do lol. This answer right here shows the difference between what men think women want versus what women actually want. Do you have any personal kinks or fetishes? I myself love being dominated, called a slut, whore, etc. Have you ever had anyone start to form an emotional attachment or try to develop something romantic? How do you handle something like that? I'm very careful with handling my clients. If I notice they are serious about trying something romantic, I cut them off. I will inform them it's my job, and they are paying me. It's a business relationship only. Is there actually a link between poor paternal relationships, childhood trauma, and the sex work industry, to your knowledge? No, I know some come from that. But then I know some who are really close to their family, some who have family who even know. How do people in your industry determine prices for various services? What are yours and why did you choose those? Based off competition in the area. You can be Gal Gadot or Jennifer Lopez. If you try charging $400 for an hour, you won't make a penny. There is gorgeous women and the competition is furious. What was the absolute biggest, meatiest hog you've ever encountered? Some are too big and I have to turn away. 12 to 13 inches thick as fuck. So I'll be honest. Tell them I can suck, do other activities, etc. But if they don't want to do that, I understand and return the money. Do you have a set price list, or do you negotiate prices with each client? SETPRICE. SETPRICE, and get price. Do you change prices depending on the client? If so, what factors go into the price change? No, prices change based on what extras the client might want, the length of time, etc. How would you identify a legitimate escort service versus a sting operation? As someone in their 30s and has anxiety issues, I'd like to lose my versus card before death. Viva Street in adultwork is a good place to start. You won't find a sting operation in the UK. It is legal. Step 1. Fly to England, check. Honestly, for someone who's a virgin in their 30s, has anxiety issues, and lives in a country where prostitution is illegal, traveling to a country where it's legal would be a good plan. Make a vacation out of it, see a few women. I hope you run into a beautiful woman that fucks your brains out, man. Best of luck. What is the ratio of your clientele, between male virgins and married men or men in relationships? Ooh, this is a really hard one because most won't be honest. A lot are married obviously or have girlfriends, probably 80%. A lot are single and a few are clearly virgins or admit to it afterwards. What do you escort? Cocks into my vagina lol. What is the nicest place you've been taken to? I had someone famous. I can't say the name or anything, obviously, just they are involved in sports. They took me to an amazing hotel. Macho Man Randy Savage? How you deal with jerks? I have a security team. It's private security and more along the lines of press a button and someone comes running. I have a lot of questions for that guy. Can you ask them to do an AMA as well? I would genuinely love to see an AMA from someone from Ops security team, that sounds interesting. First we both get naked, except we're both wearing sailor hats. Then we get into a jacuzzi filled with Pepto-Bismol. I clip your toenails, and you shave my buttocks. How much that would be? What's the worst experience you've had, or rather, that you're willing to share? I had someone attempt to rape and security had to give him a kick-in. Favorite position? Missionary or 69. How many females have you escorted? Probably over 60.